What's up, guys, and welcome back to our third segment where we go from pretenders to the contenders of the title. We are going to be discussing first to fifth.
Hello and welcome to All Ball, the show that keeps you up to date with all the Premier League action and fantasy football tips. Title contenders, we don't have Arsenal, but we have their North London rivals. Spurs, great run,
Very good run.
playing some good football, up there on the table. Son, 100 goal involvements. Kane, 12 goals, 11 assists in 19 games is a huge stat.
Yeah, that's
compared to
really
last
huge,
season where he had 2 assists.
Yeah.
You know, he had the goals, but he had 2 assists.
Do you think it's a Mourinho effect?
It is the Mourinho effect. Mourinho is now basing his game around Harry Kane.
Yeah.
That team revolves around Harry Kane. He drops deep. You've never seen Harry Kane drop deep. Which brings in players like, Ndombele, Son. Bergwijn when he plays. Brings them into the game. Good squad depth. We've been talking about squad depth for the longest time.
Yeah. And they're one of those few quality sides
At wing backs,
exactly.
wing backs, centre backs,
Yeah.
centre midfield, where Sissoko can drift to the right and play in the middle.
Yeah.
You have a Lo Celso, you have Ndombele, you have Højbjerg, you have Winks,
Lamela.
you have Gareth
Players,
Bale.
yeah. Gareth Bale, Jesus.
I don't know
The
where
bull in the
Gareth
China
Bale is,
shop,
but
like,
they're
yeah.
here without Gareth Bale. He's won them 3 points
Yeah.
with that one header, but it's you have Reguilon on the left.
But we've had this discussion before, though. We've talked about this in our previous podcast. Does the Kane and Son affect, like if something should happen, God forbid should happen, one of them gets injured, will that drop their form?
It will drop their form, but it won't affect them as much as it would affect a Southampton with an Ings
Okay.
or a Palace with a Zaha.
So you think that will still keep them in contention? That's what I'm saying. Will that?
It
will. That
will. I
form
would have
drop?
said the same thing about a United when a Pogba was not playing like he was.
Yeah.
You cannot compare him to a Bruno, but similarly here, Kane can still bring others into
the game. Yeah.
I feel they'll suffer more from a Kane injury rather than a Son injury.
Yeah.
You can probably have someone do a 70% of a Son on the wing like a Lucas Moura, a Bergwijn, a Bale when he's fit, a Lamela. You have the names. Kane, very difficult to
Very
replace.
difficult to replace. Yeah.
Because he'll get you goals, he's great positionally, and he'll get you assists. And he's a leader.
Yeah, and he's a constant threat. I mean, he's only, I think, the 18th player, I think, to score 20 goals outside of the box. I mean, like, I think within him also, I think the only other two were Gianfranco Zola and I think what Lampard I think it was. Or
The Jose Mourinho effect.
yeah, so I mean it's quite a big start for a guy like Harry Kane. But I just feel that yeah, as contenders, they can do fantastically. I think they will definitely move up because Mourinho's not, again, he's not another spring chicken like Carlo Ancelotti. So I still do feel though that yeah, if the loss of Kane, should something happen to Kane, they're going to be back
They
to
will.
figuring
And
things out.
similarly with the team above them.
Yeah.
You have your top guys firing, where with Liverpool is a complete turnaround.
Yeah.
They've gone flat all of a sudden.
I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why Klopp seems to believe in the youngsters. Like I know youngsters
No,
deserve
it's not
an
about
opportunity.
believing in the youngsters. I just think he's out of ideas for. I don't know if it's out of ideas or it's the players or if there's something in the dressing room. But there are some crazy stats that are floating around for Liverpool,
Yeah.
which shows why they've fallen to where they are.
Yeah, Mane, Firmino and Salah have been involved in one goal.
Yeah,
I
and they've
think
had
in the
one
past.
goal in the last 90 shots.
Yeah.
After the 7-0 at Palace.
And you don't expect that from quality players like them. So
3 points.
Is
out
it
of a
something that
potential
Klopp needs to
15.
worry about because
He does.
He doesn't have really good backup options. I mean, like Origi. And okay, Minamino, there's still a chance for that guy because it's his first season. I understand that, but you would think guys like Salah and Mane would carry that burden.
Would
like
step up.
would
yes.
step up,
Yeah,
you
but
know?
it's not happening, right?
Yeah.
And the defense is the biggest concern.
Yeah.
He's tried so many different pairings. Like I've mentioned before, a Van Dijk or a Gomez, I was hearing it, in one of the shows where someone said that your attack is as good as your defense because your defense starts the move.
Yeah.
So if the ball moves faster, you cannot expect a Williams to come in at that age. You cannot expect a Henderson to stand at centre back and do it.
Of course.
Fabinho has adapted beautifully. Matip, there's a reason he's not in the starting lineup. So your wing backs have come back, but what is their form? What is their motivation? Alexander-Arnold played about 50 million crosses
And so
versus
no one
Burnley.
latching on to it.
Zero
Yeah.
success rate.
Yeah.
So it's come on. How many times have you heard of a Liverpool team take 3 points out of a potential 15?
Not well. It is something to. It's something to
Exactly.
worry for Klopp and his men.
And Burnley,
So
they stuck in there. They got their goal and they ended what was probably the best home run.
yeah, no 69 for Liverpool.
Oh God.
No, but again, I'm sure there are a lot of problems for Klopp and his team. And
The biggest one is Jota.
I would say, yeah, they're missing again another attacking option in terms of
Another
Jota.
stat there is that Liverpool's attacking has gone down, creating chances has gone down by 40% ever since he got injured.
Yeah.
So the chances have come down by 40%, which just shows the kind of impact he made.
Hmm.
Liverpool has not won a game in which Thiago has started. Best
That's a really
midfielder
strange
in
thing,
the
though.
world.
Yeah, the best midfielder in the world, and
Because it's
but you can
just-
also
it's
see
not
that he's
proper.
slumping as well. Even his form is slumping.
Because
He's not
he needs
exactly
that
as sharp as
partnership.
he
You
used
need
to
to
be.
get that. You need to get that chemistry of the team right. You need to get the individuals right in different positions. A Thiago with a Fabinho behind him in midfield would have been great.
Yeah.
But here he does not know whether to go forward or to stick there because he does not have that holding role.
Yeah.
You know, Henderson while is great, but what happens when Henderson's not on the field?
And even Wijnaldum has that tendency of moving up as
He's
well.
a box to box. He will
yeah.
not just stick in that N'Golo Kante position,
Yeah.
you know, or that Højbjerg position.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Spurs now have potentially a chance to go above them with the game in hand. But I feel they'll have a better game against Liverpool than they would have a few weeks ago.
True.
With
Yeah.
the drop in form, Liverpool's FA Cup loss to United, the points they've been dropping in the Premier
And I
League.
like that you also dropped the name of Højbjerg because again, I still think he's also extremely underrated in that Spurs side. So I think
He does all
he's
the
the
dog's
glue
work.
that keeps
Yeah.
them together. So I mean, kudos to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Like he's really keeping that team going. But Liverpool has a lot of problems right now. And they need to address it if they need to challenge for the title.
And the ex-Liverpool manager has no such problems.
I know, right? He's having the time of his life. Like
flying.
yeah.
There was an article which said he's not spent 80 million on a centre back.
He's not spent 200 million on a squad.
Yeah.
It's just no, but that's I've seen that article where it's basically just a motivated team under a very intelligent manager,
And they're happy.
and they're happy and they're enjoying their football.
Exactly. You know, James Maddison. What a turnaround. He didn't start. He was not in the starting lineup, but he creates 2.7, 2.8 chances
Every game.
goal chances per game.
Yeah,
He's getting the goals. Harvey Barnes has turned into a new player.
Yeah.
With their centre backs back from injury, Wilfred Ndidi in the centre.
He's another again
Exactly.
holding midfielders. I think we cannot say this
Depth.
enough.
There is depth.
And how we appreciate holding midfielders, and indeed is also one of them as well.
There is depth in that squad. You
Yeah.
have a Soyuncu on the bench. You have a Ricardo Pereira on the bench.
And you have a guy like Fofana who again like a lot of
He's just
talent
for me,
such
he's
a young
Yaya
age.
Toure playing at centre back when he runs with the ball.
Yeah.
He just runs through.
And again, they're motivated individuals. You compare them from Chelsea and Leicester, like both again quality squads, but you can just see like the spring is in Leicester's step.
They demolished Chelsea in that game.
Yeah.
The one they won, Chelsea didn't stand a chance. Chelsea was shocked at the speed at which Leicester came at them. And the good thing about Leicester is that even if Vardy is not getting the goals, the other guys are.
There are other guys.
The
Yeah.
Harvey Barnes is getting the goals, you know.
Madison's
Madison's getting it.
Yeah.
Someone's popping up with the goals.
Yeah.
You have a Yuri Tielemans who's taking penalties in Vardy's absence and he's doing absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah. I guess it's just harmony in the squad. I think the
They
team
just
that he's
seem
just built.
happier than the other teams.
Oh yeah. And they're just flying their way through. They're just like minding their own business, not caring about who's at the top, who's at the bottom.
And they're
No, let's-
potentially 4
next
points
game.
of the top if City wins their game in hand.
Yeah.
Leicester's 4 points of the top and 2 points off United.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, they took the game to City. They beat. Who would say that this Leicester team has beaten City? Scored 5 against City. You know, a City that has kept 10 clean sheets.
We should ask the so-called Liverpool fans what do they think about Brendan Rodgers taking Leicester so high this week.
It'll take them
Like,
time to come out of hiding from their cupboards type
They
shit
now come out
and,
from the woodwork just to
like,
give
go
their
back
opinion.
and-
But honestly, as viewers, like, what do you think? Like, do you miss Brendan Rodgers, Liverpool fans, or do you honestly think that he's doing a lot better with the squad that he has compared to what we had in Liverpool? You can write that in your comments. if you
apply
like.
cold water to burnt areas.
Anyway, moving along though. Now
City, they beat City.
City
5-2.
Yeah.
City's kept 10 clean sheets.
Ruben
John
Diaz,
Stones
John
has
Stones.
come out, you know.
It's a good time for English footballers, don't you think? Like, I
It's
mean,
good.
like John Stones came out of obscurity and now he's probably like, he has to start now every game.
Grealish, who's, you know.
Grealish as well. Then we just talk about Madison. Like, so it's a really good time to be an English footballer, and I feel really happy for John Stones because the guy was left out in the cold. He wasn't getting chances to play, I know what he did to
We
convince.
played Nathan Ake over him.
Yeah, I know what he did to convince Pep, or maybe he was just putting in the extra efforts on the training grounds or something like that. And now he and Ruben Diaz were like they what 9 wins,
Yeah,
one draw, one loss.
They just
yeah.
look so solid at the back.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who's playing with them at wing back. You know, whether it's Zinchenko, João Cancelo, Kyle Walker, whether it's Cancelo at left back, Kyle Walker at right back, Cancelo at right back, Zinchenko. It
They're
doesn't
just
matter.
two big pillars, just standing.
Yeah, they're
right
just
there.
there.
Yeah.
They are controlling the game. They are potentially the Van Dijk and Gomez of last season.
True. Yeah.
You know, who are not letting in the goals, and they're getting the goals.
Yeah.
You know, John Stones got a couple. Ruben Diaz is coming in with assists. So
Cancelo's also getting assists
exactly.
as well. Yeah.
Cancelo plays as a number 10 for some odd
True.
reason.
Yeah, we
He
discussed this the
pops
last
into a
time,
box
so, yeah.
in scoring positions.
True.
And now, even with De Bruyne's injury, while I feel he's a huge player for them,
They still have quality.
they still have enough quality to scrape through these games, if not win them convincingly.
Easily, you can put Bernardo Silva in, maybe
We took
even
Chelsea's
Gundogan.
lineup. There's Bernardo Silva, there's Gundogan who's coming up with the goals.
Yeah.
Mahrez, Sterling, Foden,
No, but
Jesus, Aguero. That
But that's
list
just
doesn't end.
yeah. City's attack is just unreal. Like they have so many quality, like creative outputs that you know that even if Kevin, okay, fine, it is a setback for City that their focal point Kevin De Bruyne is missing. He's going to be injured for a while. But you just know the rest of that squad, like someone will take up the man, like Gundogan or someone will definitely say, okay, give me the Kevin De Bruyne spot.
And I'll do it.
Yeah, we'll pick it up from there. You know,
Yeah.
that still doesn't change players' mentality like Raheem Sterling who are flying in. Like as long as you know, yeah, I know Gundogan, he's got quality passes.
He'll play it.
Yeah,
Instead
latch
of
on to
6,
it.
you'll get 3 goals, but you'll get the points, and that's what matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their problem was leaking goals at the back.
Yeah, which
They've
I think
solved
now
that.
they've solved. Yeah.
So now even a 1-goal victory is a good victory because
yeah,
they know they'll shut the
absolutely.
game out.
Yeah.
Similar problem with
With Man United,
yeah, we have an amazing defense lineup.
they all do have a good defense lineup, but again, it's
It's
also
so
the resurrection
good.
of
We've
Eric
kept so
Bailly.
many clean sheets
Yeah.
that we have to come back from 1 goal down every damn game we play.
Okay, fine, but you're again in form. I mean,
We're in form, but what's
the
the point
so-called-
of letting goals in?
yeah, you have your 80 million defender, right? Harry Maguire,
I
good
don't
old
think, I've said
blockhead.
this before, I don't think we know what to do when we score the first goal.
No, but you're still getting goals from the midfield, which is from very few teams. You have teams like again we discussed about Madison, we discussed about Grealish, but right now it's a Bruno and the Pogba show. Like, and that's the thing. If Bruno doesn't click, it's Pogba who suddenly just gets his moment of genius and pops
I
up
hate
with
to
these
say
goals.
this, but I want to see this continuing. I'm not still
No, I'm
not
giving
sure
credit.
about
No,
Pogba.
I'm giving credit where credit is due. Even I think Pogba's still suspect. But I've got to rate it to Bruno. And I've said this to you in the past. Bruno is good. He's a quality player. He's someone who wakes that team up. My only worry for Man United
If
as
he
a
gets
squad,
injured.
if he gets injured and y'all still don't have forwards that are firing on a consistent basis. Like you have Rashford, you have Greenwood, you have so many options up front, Martial and stuff. But they just don't seem to be clicking. You don't see them scoring on a consistent basis.
And clicking together.
Together.
It's
And
either
then it's-
Rashford playing well and Martial not, or Greenwood
Yeah,
playing
and
well.
then it's people like McTominay or Bruno or Pogba to pick up the pieces and try and get that odd goal, just advance further. But it's working for United. I'll give credit to United right now that it is working.
We've got momentum. We've
Yeah.
got equal the club record for 17 away wins.
Away wins, yeah.
We've got a potential 24, I think, if I'm not mistaken, out of 27 points, or 22 out of 27 points away.
Yeah. That's an
this
impressive
season.
record.
So it's good. It's finally coming together. We beat Liverpool at home, which was a big one in the FA Cup.
yeah.
But yeah, we have the depth as well. Lindelof now is back, so you have Bailly, you have Lindelof as backup, you have Telles as backup.
And
You
old
have-
blockhead as well.
Can we
I
not?
hate to keep throwing that
Can
on
we
you,
not?
Okay,
But no, you
fine.
have Fred, you have McTominay to hold the game, you have Matic, you have a good attacking
but
lineup.
is this squad, I mean, if you take Bruno out of the equation, is this squad strong enough to still contend for the title without Bruno? If something
Depends
should
for
happen
how
to Bruno.
long. If it's a couple of weeks, scrape through maybe, because Bruno he just seems
Yeah,
very
but a couple
important.
of weeks can be a
It
lifetime
can
as well.
be.
Yeah.
Considering how close the teams are on the table, like against a West Ham, we were a goal down, we needed Bruno. Against Liverpool, we needed Bruno.
Yeah.
So it's just, we're in a position where we always need him.
Yeah.
That is not a very good position to be in.
Of course, you're not depending too much on him.
Yeah, while we're on top, yes, we're coming back from 1-0, playing good football when we're under pressure, showing character, all that is fine.
Yeah.
That is, that will go on through the course of the season, there'll be ups and downs. But if there is an injury to Bruno like there is to De Bruyne, what do you do then?
Yeah, but that's the thing. The difference between City and United is that City still has that quality to replace De Bruyne.
They have.
I mean,
Yeah,
if you
they
look
have
at
enough.
United, like what? Like if Bruno goes, like what? You look at Lingard. Like, I'm sorry. Like, but that's your other
I wasn't
option.
even thinking of him
I'm just
existing
saying,
in the
but
squad.
yeah. I mean, he's got great.
Like in the
dance
back
moves
of
and
my
stuff.
head, I even have I had like Pelistri and stuff like that, but Lingard was nowhere.
But, I mean,
Mata, say Mata.
Oh
What
yeah,
is
Mata.
Lingard?
I'm so sorry. I forgot about Mata. I completely forgot he's in the squad.
Bloody 11th place.
Sorry. But again, coming back to the topic that we were discussing, it's still a chance for Man United to get this title.
It's probably
theirs
our
to
best
lose?
chance.
Is it theirs
no,
to
it's
lose or
not
someone
theirs
else's
to
to win?
lose.
Okay.
But it's their best chance to win it this season.
All right.
With the results, with the momentum, with the fact that we haven't got such.
Do you think even
crucial
the
injuries.
upcoming fixtures also play a big advantage for them
It
as
does
well?
because we're playing Sheffield, we're playing Fulham, and we're playing that 11th place side. I forgot.
At the end of the month, we shall see. By that time, we won't be 11th place, so don't worry.
That confident, I see.
Yeah, I'm very confident.
But
Don't worry.
yeah, it's still City's title to lose,
Yeah.
if we're putting it that way. But United has a good chance.
Okay. So, but in a nutshell now, we talked about the first to fifth. Who do you seeing staying away from those top 5 teams?
I probably see
Like we counted
Spurs
Southampton for the
not
mid-table.
being there.
Spurs not being there.
I feel an Everton or a Villa would
take that position?
They'll take up
Really?
that position.
I actually think I
No,
won't disagree with you.
because
though.
I don't see the other 4 moving away. Like while Liverpool's having a kind of a drought in terms of goals and they're not in such good form, but I mean
They
they're
just need one good game to pick them
Salah,
up.
Mane,
Yeah,
Firmino
true.
go crazy. One game, there's another 6-7-0 and they're back where they are.
They're back where they are. True.
So Leicester doesn't seem like losing.
Leicester seems to be the most consistent. From all of
Exactly.
them. So-
City have been doing it. The last 3
Yeah.
months. They're
minding their own business.
They found
They're
their
just-
mojo. They're getting more
Yeah.
goals. They're getting more than 1 goal.
True.
United
And they're getting more outlets of goals. Like it's coming from the midfield, it's coming from the wings. It's not the dependence on Sterling or Ferran Torres or any of the people who are playing forward. It's suddenly popping up with Gundogan and stuff like that. Foden, again, another appreciative young Englishman. So
And
he's
United
one
is
for the
just playing
future.
momentum. So from these 5, I see Spurs probably dropping out. And maybe an Aston Villa coming in. I feel they still have a lot more to win this season.
All right. Hopefully that's true because it's North London. Who cares about Spurs? Well, that concludes our mid-season review. We'd like you as the viewers to let us know in the comments as to who do you think will stay away from the top 5 and who do you think will take the title.
And while you're at it, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and stay tuned to our next episode. While United's in first and Arsenal still at 11th, stay safe.
Had to throw that in.
I
Peace.
had to.